Rat poison watermelon deaths puzzle Indian investigators. Summary. The watermelon poisoning deaths case in Mumbai presents a complex and unresolved mystery that cannot be easily explained as a simple accident. 4 members of the same family died after showing similar symptoms, and forensic analysis identified the cause as zinc phosphide, a highly toxic chemical commonly used as rat poison. Importantly, the substance was found only in the watermelon they consumed, not in other foods, making it the central focus of the investigation. One possible explanation is accidental contamination. In many Indian residential areas, rodent problems are common, and rat poison is widely used. The family's building reportedly had such issues, raising the possibility that the watermelon became contaminated during storage or preparation. For example, the poison could have been transferred through unwashed hands, kitchen tools, or contaminated surfaces. However, this theory has limitations. Zinc phosphide produces a strong, often garlic-like odor when it reacts with moisture, making it likely that the family would have noticed something unusual. Moreover, the fact that all 4 individuals were exposed to a lethal dose suggests a significant level of contamination, which is difficult to explain through accidental contact alone. A second possibility is intentional poisoning or homicide. The fact that the poison was found only in the watermelon suggests targeted contamination rather than random exposure. The timing is also notable. The family ate the fruit after their dinner guests had left, potentially allowing someone access to the food. This raises questions about whether the watermelon was tampered with either at home or earlier in the supply chain. However, this scenario is weakened by the absence of a clear motive. There is no known evidence of conflict, financial disputes, or personal enmity involving the family. Additionally, poisoning 4 people at once is a risky method that increases the likelihood of detection, making it an unusual choice without a strong reason. The third scenario is suicide, possibly involving a family pact. Zinc phosphide is accessible and has been used in suicide cases in India. If one family member intentionally added the poison to the watermelon, it could explain the simultaneous exposure. However, this explanation is also unlikely based on current evidence. There was no suicide note or prior indication of distress. The inclusion of 2 teenage daughters further weakens this theory, as such cases are rare and usually show warning signs. The victim's severe symptoms and urgent attempts to seek medical help suggest a sudden and unexpected poisoning rather than a planned act. At the center of the case is the question of how the poison entered the watermelon. Investigators will need to analyze the concentration and distribution of the toxin, as well as reconstruct the timeline of events and food handling. Even distribution would suggest deliberate mixing, while uneven traces might indicate accidental contamination. However, the investigation is complicated by limited physical evidence, the perishable nature of the fruit, and the many possible points of contact in a shared living environment. In conclusion, none of the scenarios, accidental contamination, homicide, or suicide, can yet be confirmed. While the evidence points to more than a simple accident, the lack of a clear motive or pathway means the case remains unresolved. The final answer will depend on detailed forensic findings and further investigation, and until then, all possibilities remain open. Thank you for watching.